And we will get to Ben in just a second, but Anne-Marie also not here, but she is live in the UK with us this morning. She is getting ready for Saturday's royal wedding. As we speak, she is set up opposite Windsor Castle in downtown Windsor. So, Anne-Marie, I know it's windy up there. You look amazing. Let's start with the huge news about the wedding party, a strong Canadian showing. Tell us about it.
Isn't it exciting? Hey, good morning, Canada, from a very windy Windsor this morning. And as you guys have been talking about, Ben and Jessica's children, Ivy and Brian and John, all part of the wedding party. You know, we're like a family at Your Morning, so I feel like our kids, Mel, are in the wedding party. Ivy, who just turned 4, is one of 6 bridesmaids. Twin boys, Brian and John, also page boys, and they'll be with the future King of England, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, as this royal wedding party marches on Saturday. You know, it's a bit of an international contingent. So not only are there our Canadian kids there, but there's also 2 young girls from the U.S. They are goddaughters of Meghan Markle. They are little Miss Remy Litt, she is 6, and Rylan, who is 7. These girls, there was pictures up of Meghan spending last Christmas with them, Christmas 2016, where she called them her fairy goddaughters. And then rounding out the UK contingent are goddaughters also, but of Prince Harry, Florence Van Cutsem. Now you might remember that last name, Van Cutsem, because little Grace Van Cutsem, remember back to Will and Kate's wedding, the little one who had her ears covered on the balcony at Buckingham Palace?
Yes.
So this is her cousin, and the Van Cutsems are close friends with the Cambridges. They have been in 3 royal weddings, in fact, dating back to Charles and Diana. And also we have Zally Warren, who little one, she's the youngest in the party. She's just 2. She is the daughter of Harry's best friend. He went to Eton College with him. And of course, Her Royal Highness, Princess Charlotte, she will be part of it as well. The page boys, as we mentioned, Brian and John. There will also be Prince George, who is age 4. He's a veteran of all these kids. He was, of course, in Pippa's wedding last summer. And then Master Jasper Dyer, he's the godson of Prince Harry. And his father is somebody that Harry considers a bit of a mentor. When he lost his mom, Diana, it was him who he turned to. So the question now remains, you've got 10 little kids between the ages of 2 and 7. Whose job will it be to wrangle them on Saturday?
Yeah, I think as they say, the saying is herding cats is how that's going to go down. Now, when you talk about the Mulroneys, I understand that you may have bumped into them at the airport, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, so Ben and I were on the same flight, and we ran into each other at the airport. We had a chance to chat with Brian and John and with little Ivy. We had a long conversation about water markers and Shopkins, as you do with little ones who are 4 years old. And, you know, they were in good spirits. The boys had their little Avengers backpacks on because, of course, just like Ben, they are really big fans of all things comic books. But, you know, it's interesting. Ben and I, in previous conversations, have talked about, you know, our kids a lot. And this is their very first wedding. They've never even been to another wedding. So, like, what a way to start.
So, Anne-Marie, I can tell from where you're standing, because I was there not too long ago, that it is a little bit breezy, it's a little bit cool. Set the scene for us, though. We had a news story earlier that people are already camping out at the juncture of Castle Hill and High Street. Do you feel the buzz there?
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel the wind. I will tell you that for sure. I'm hanging on to the bar just so I don't tip over. I don't know, Dylan, if you can see this or not. Well, what you're talking about, Mel, is just behind me and down underneath is where people have started to gather. And I mean, we were out here early this morning, and so were they. You also see a lot more tourists in town. We've seen a more increased police presence, but there is a lot of excitement. A lot of people out on the town. You see people walking around with their Meghan and Harry banners and the gift bags. In fact, at our hotel this morning, they already have. Remember the fake Kate wedding rings?
Yes.
They already have the fake Meghan wedding rings in the window shops.
Yeah, I saw those. They're a little cheaper than probably the real thing, which is probably good for the rest of us. Anne-Marie, it is amazing to see you on the ground live in Windsor, and you look fantastic, and we look forward to speaking with you every single day this week live from Windsor and Windsor Castle. On Saturday, let us just talk about the main event. Coverage of the royal wedding starts at 4 a.m. Eastern. I know it's early, but friends, this happens once in a lifetime. Okay, maybe twice. 5 a.m. Atlantic on CTV and CTV News Channel.